Hi everyone and welcome to a new video. Welcome to the Family Mobile. This is the car that takes the family around most of the times. It's a BMW X3 from 2006. It's the E83 model. It's got the twin TD engine, and in today's video what we are going to do is we're going to play mechanic. What do I mean by that? Well, this car, roughly ever since I got it, it's had this issue where it stutters. You're driving along between 1,500 and 2,000 RPM, more or less. It can do it above that. Generally, if you have a very light foot on the throttle, the car starts stuttering and it becomes very jerky. If you accelerate a little bit more, it goes away. If you lift off, it goes away. Alongside that symptom, there is, so for example, when you turn on the AC, the car, you're just idling, the car starts jumping revs. I also noticed that it makes a lot of smoke. And I'm able to tell you these last two symptoms because I've done the procedure that I'm going to find out here. I'm not entirely sure if that's what's going to cure it, but doing what we are going to do today was enough to completely cure those issues. So the car doesn't jerk anymore at those revs. It used to do it sometimes when you were at motorway speeds above 2,000 RPM as well. Very rare, but it also did it sometimes. That's completely gone. Smoke, 99% gone as well. I was able to see during the day smoke when I floored it, and at night with the headlights from cars behind me, I saw a huge cloud of smoke. With this fix, I haven't seen anything. And the AC, from what I can tell, when you turn it on, it does not cause the revs to jump or anything like that. So the car just became overall much smoother. As I was saying, I've had this issue for the longest time and it was really bugging me. I thought it could be the injection, I thought it could be the transfer case because these cars do suffer a little bit from transfer case. I thought a whole slew of things because it was quite violent sometimes. The way that the engine jerked, actually, it was very violent sometimes and I just didn't like it. I considered selling the car just because of that issue. So having this potentially fixed is a godsend to me. I really haven't told you yet what we are going to do. I'm going to tell you now. What this car has, or what I think it has, is an issue with the MAF sensor. And I say think because, well, so the way that I tested it was I unplugged the MAF sensor connector, which, I mean, it's a very easy thing. And I just noticed that my struts, they are shot. So we will need to improvise. What we are going to do is we're going to remove this cover. It's just 5-6 bolts. And then we are going to unplug the MAF sensor. I'm going to show you how to do it, but I already did that. And the things that I was telling you about, they went completely away. So no more jerkiness, no more issues with the AC, much less smoke coming out of the exhaust. I do think that was the issue. So I got this little spray. So it was developed to clean MAF sensors. I'm not entirely sure if these things worked. I've never used these before. I'm going to try it. If it works, great. it means it was the MAF sensor, it was dirty, and all good with the world. If it doesn't work, I'm still suspicious that it might be the MAF. It might be something else, but it probably is the MAF sensor. I ended up going this route because the MAF sensor for this car is 150 euros. And if I can try a €8 fix before I try and splurge 150 euros on a guess, I'm gonna try this first. This is the engine, this is the N47 engine. It's the 20D, the 155 horsepower engine. This right here, this is the MAF sensor, and this is the plug, the connector for this sensor. You just need to squeeze it, pull the sucker out, and now you can just place it here. With this sensor unplugged, just go for a drive and check if the issues happen. If they don't, most likely it is the MAF sensor. I've already figured out it is. I'm going to show you some footage of the car just behaving normally. It will have the engine light on, that's normal. But the footage that you're going to see, it's quite uneventful because it's just the car behaving normally. Putting the AC on and off, the car will behave as it should. That leads me to believe that this piece right here, the actual MAF, is the culprit. As I said, we're going to clean the MAF with that spray. We're going to let it dry, and then we are going to install it again to see if the issue has been solved or not. So I had to relocate to somewhere closer to home since I did not know if the spray would dry up all that quickly, but it turns out it does. With that said, here's a top tip. Before setting up shop near trees, check for dog poop, or you might end up with a big old mess. Ask me how I know. I started by looking for the screws that held in the MAF sensor shroud. Initially I thought that there were only 2 screws, but it turns out there is another one underneath it. That's a bit tougher to get to. That's why you see me using that little light which I just got, and it made it much easier than using my phone. Another top tip, check underneath the bonnet for any lights you might have attached before you close it. Don't ask my broken light how I know this. The lack of proper tools and knowing the size of the bolts made this job a bit more difficult than it really is, but in the end I got there. After removing all bolts, it's a matter of pulling on it a bit harder. I was trying to avoid removing the fan cover, but in the end I decided it was best, especially to get the bottom bolt. I also ended up removing the air filter cover just to get a better access. Here you see me clean up the MAF sensor with a spray, which you will find out if it worked or not. I waited for the sensor to dry, and then I just put everything back together in reverse order. It was much easier to put it back together than it was to take it apart, and guess what? No bolts were left unused. Alright, now I'm done with the work cleaning the MAF sensor. I haven't driven the car, I haven't even tried to start it. Okay, it starts. I have the AC on and the car isn't showing that spike in revs, although it did not do that all of the time. Yeah, I think it's doing it. I think you can just about see it. Okay, let's take it out to my road that I can test drive this. Nah, the issue still persists. Yeah, the issue is still here. So, I think I'm gonna have to spend 150 euros to get to the bottom of this. Yeah, it's doing it right now. It's kind of jerking back and forth, not all that violently, but still jerking back and forth. Yeah, it's jerking. As I've just been able to show you, hopefully, the car is still doing that It still has that jerky motion. It still stutters between around 1500 and 2000 RPM, more or less. And it does it exactly in the same way that it did before. So when I'm lightly pressing the throttle, it starts jerking until I press the throttle a little bit more, or I let go of the throttle a little bit and the jerkiness completely goes away. It's unfortunate, but I had in the back of my mind that it was a possibility actually, and it's doing it right now. It was a possibility, so I decided to burn 10 euros or how much that spray can cost me to try and see if I could have a cheap fix. I was told that these cleaners, they didn't really work all that well, but online some people have had success with them. I do think that maybe the type of MAF sensor, because this car has sort of a shroud and the MAF sensor is inserted in it, you cannot remove it. I think that might have something to do with it, because some MAF sensors you can simply pull it out and clean it. Just the MAF sensor, not the shroud itself. Yeah, it's doing it right now. This was a little bit harder to get to than I would like. Next steps, I'm going to bite the bullet and I'm going to order a new MAF from Bosch. Yeah, now it's doing it again. Oh Jesus, I hate driving this car with this. I'm gonna install it and hopefully we will get to the bottom of this. My ultimate goal with this video is to help someone like me who had... I scoured the forums trying to figure out what was happening. I tried model specific, I tried engine specific queries. Nothing really yielded a result. So if I help someone solve this issue easier or in a quicker manner, that's a win on my book. If you did enjoy this video, please do consider subscribing to this channel, as I'm trying to get it to 1 million followers. And I'll see you in the next one.